Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your annual 2026 reading. I'm going to do a bit of a in-depth reading for you this time. So we're just going to go over every month of the year just to see what kind of energy it's going to happen. There could be, there can be, if you want that to happen. If not, obviously I fully believe that tarot is a message, so if you're not interested, or maybe there's something that doesn't sound like that's something that you want, you always have that ability to change that. Fabulous. So I'm gonna dive in to your monthly, then I'm gonna give you an overall energy of the year. We will then clarify the monthly more in depth, and then I've got some keywords just to overlook your annual, your year. Perfect. So Scorpio, welcome. Thank you so much for being with me today. All right, so January, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to grab all the cards out and then we'll just go in depth with that, okay? February, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Wicked start so far. March, I can't count clearly. Yeah, Ace of Cups. April, the Fool. You are on a journey. A lot of newness here. May, you have the Ten of Wands. Be careful not to burn out. June, the Star. July, Four of Swords. August, Two of Swords. September, Strength. October, the Emperor. How many major arcana do you have already? Fair play. November, the Six of Swords. And December, let's close the year with the Page of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, I'm excited to jump right on in with this one. Beautiful energy so far, Scorpio. I'm quite excited to jump in. Okay, first, let's grab your overall energy of the year. Okay, so thank you guys, the spirits, for being with us. If you could help and guide us to the overall energy of the year for Scorpio in 2026, please. Just like the message for the overall energy for Scorpio in 2026. And I'm just going to give another shuffle. And we have the Sandpiper Spirit. Be playful. So that is your message for the year. Which energy to embody. I've just got a cat that would like to come and visit. Hello. It's amazing, like every time I sit down to do a tarot, they just want to be in company, which is really sweet. Perfect. So, and hence I think it really helps with the teddy bear jumper here. Okay, wicked. So I'm actually, just because it is pointing out to me, so weirdly I was thinking about this morning. So I am also a fan of numerology. Now the number of this card, 5 + 1 = 6. 6 is the number of love. It's also the number of the lovers in the tarot deck. So be playful, love as big as you can, love yourself as much in the process. Be playful and just make sure you allow that time. So I really think that's a big message for you this year. Scorpio is just to love as well. However that means for you. Beautiful. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune. I tell you what, I'll go through the year first and then we'll jump into the clarifiers. So the Wheel of Fortune. I do class this as a karma card. There is something, either something coming to an end, an old cycle coming to an end, but this brings in something new. This is good habits. This can be bad habits as well. If you've put the work into something, you are going to reap the rewards. If you haven't been as proactive then maybe something's going to be a little bit further or last a little bit longer for the results that you want. I think I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Wow, that was powerful. Release. Yeah, so I definitely think you are releasing something. This is the end of a cycle. What else am I picking up from this? I also feel that, I don't know if you've started a lot of hobbies and maybe you're trying to tie those together. I feel that there's some kind of element with this as well. The reason I excuse me. The reason I say that is because you do have all 4 elements on the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like there's a lot of work of, I don't know, maybe is working towards your individuality. It's working, I'm not feeling so much with other people, however, that could be the other elements within this card, working with other elements and trying to tie those together. And I feel like there's going to be an idea or something that you can work on from this as well. Let's dig into the clarifiers in a moment and we'll see just if, you know, obviously we can clarify that. Okay, so for February, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You are growing this golden coin. So whether that is, you know, coming from your January card here, the Wheel of Fortune, you have an idea of something to invest, some wealth to build, some ideas to explore, something that you would like to grow. And I really think it is worth putting your energy and ideas into whatever this means for you. Also, you've got this beautiful golden path here as well. Now, this path does lead to the mountains, and the easy way is not always the best way. So this card does let you know that whatever is worth your time, yes, there's going to be some hurdles, yes, there can be some obstacles, but there is so much growth within this process. It doesn't matter whether it's just materialistically, spiritually, physically, you know, with your strength, with your courage, and actually you do have the Strength card here as well. So there is a lot to grow in your February. Moving on to March, you also have the Ace of Cups. You've got such new beginnings, and then coming into March with the Fool as well. You've got such a strong beginning here of the year. That's not to say the rest of the year is not going to start off, is not going to be just as good, but how you're starting your year, I really think you are kind of getting things into place, and you're starting those goals, or you're starting to create some structure and consistency with those goals. Now, the Ace of Cups represents emotional fulfillment, and I really feel that either this has been from the whole 2025, because maybe this has been a progressive year for you, or maybe you felt a bit stagnant, but you are definitely seeing changes at the beginning of 2026, which is so positive. You are reaching emotional fulfillment. Now, whether this is, I'm feeling like there is a lot of support around you. There's a lot of support around you. And I do feel that there's some sort of celebration, but I feel like you realize your potential and your abilities. And it's not so much that, and maybe you've put yourself down before, I feel like there's some kind of element of courage, and now you are building on that courage. But whatever you are working on, whatever you are starting to feel emotionally fulfilled by that, and not so kind of drowned or swamped, or maybe it's just an idea. There is so much action that's been put into that. March, you have the Fool. So whether you've been planning something, you are definitely taking that leap of faith. This can be considered as a naive card. Maybe you don't quite all have a complete plan, but also that is the fun of it. And also you are not letting fear get in the way. In the past, maybe you have let fear get in the way, and maybe you feel, or maybe you are comparing yourself to others, like, wow, this is what they have, this is what they've done. Maybe they didn't put that much thought into it, they just followed their gut. And I really feel like you are gaining that experience, or gaining that courage to start that experience for yourself. You don't always have to have the answer, you just need to be able to start. And the answers are going to come as you go along. You can't predict everything, and that's you know, that's just how life presents itself. You cannot predict everything. So just start. Don't let yourself get in the way, and you'll be so impressed by what unfolds as you take this leap, whether it's towards your dreams, whether it's towards something that you just feeling instinctively pulled towards. Try to take that leap of faith. April, you have the 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands, maybe there's like a change of heart at the moment, but basically the 10 of Wands feels like you are carrying a heavy burden. Maybe there's a lot of pressure on you. So I feel like maybe there's been such a good start, you are now realizing what that responsibility requires. How can you delegate this to take this pressure off you? How can you ask those around you to help support you to take this pressure off you? Maybe these are your worries, your hope, or your fears that are holding you down, is what I was going to say, but maybe kind of consuming you rather than holding you down. You could just, wow, my words today. You are not a source to be reckoned with. You know, you are not to be held down. If there is a way that you can just release that fear, release that, it could be anger, release that pressure. If there's a way that you're able to solve and do that, definitely just invest a little extra time into self-care. You know, whether that's going out running and relieving stress that way, whether that is journaling, whether that is having a glass of wine in the bath, you know, once a week. Just really try to downwind and meditate, you know, just to clear that energy, and this is not going to feel as heavy. You're definitely going to have more answers in between reaching this phase, but I feel that this is a message to let you know, try not to reach to this stage. You don't want to feel burnt out, especially in this such a beautiful process. May, you have the Star. I absolutely love that the Star has come up from all of the cards that has already come down as well. I really feel like the Star is like wish fulfillment and hopes and dreams and reaching your Northern Star, or aiming towards your Northern Star. Now you are nurturing yourself, you are creating this process, you are creating this balance and giving energy to that needs to have the energy in order for you to grow your dreams and your aspirations. I also feel that the Star is quite a spiritual card as well, and maybe where you have been feeling quite, you know, heavy, a bit burdened, or like held down a bit. I feel that there's definitely some support on the other side for you. You know, whether that's in your dreams, whether you're getting messages that way, whether you are managing to download at certain times of the day, or maybe possibly randomly. I feel like there is assistance on the other side as well to try and tune in to yourself, but you are going to need to clear this energy for you to be able to tune into your higher self and for you to be able to hear the other side of those messages more clearly. June, you have the Four of Swords. I'd recommend to, you know, from what the message I see here is just to slow it down a little bit, take some rest and recuperation in order for you to be able to continue with what it is that you are dreaming and creating. Try to slow down a bit, and that's not to say stop at any point. It's to say just do what you can, try not to feel so burnt out or overburdened. But your work is really important. It's important to you, and it's important to the energies around you. By you working on something that you want to work on, you are heightening, I don't know if that's the word, you are raising your vibration. Therefore, you are raising the ripples of vibration in the universe, in the world around you. So definitely take that time to rest and recuperate. That's not to say stop, just take that time just to slow down a little bit at this moment. You have reached your half a year cycle, and you've got another 6 months for you to go. July, you have the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords can represent a choice. There is possibly a choice that you feel needs to be made. Maybe you are delaying some choice that needs to be delayed as well. And this is kind of putting you on a seesaw as such. I do feel that there's possibly another option that maybe hasn't been considered. Maybe this is where the delay is. I'm just feeling like there's some sort of delay in this choice. Maybe there's some sort of delay in you wanting to take a decision because you don't want to make the wrong decision. But there's possibly another choice that you don't quite see yet. And maybe that's also what's causing this delay, is that you haven't quite found that third door, that third option, or that opening just yet. And maybe this is why you're delaying this choice. Strength. Need I say more? This is August. So the strength card comes up when you find the courage within yourself. You are stronger than you realize. You need some guidance or some hope because you feel like you cannot handle something. But let me tell you that you have everything that you need. You even have, the courage, the spiritual energy, the physical energy, the mental energy. You can absolutely do this if you just hang in there and proceed. Just carry on with what you're doing. You definitely have the ability to do that, even if it's slightly slower than what you hoped or imagined. But do not give up. September, you reach the Emperor energy. I definitely feel like this is something towards business. You are balancing everything. This is work, this is life, this is family, this is whether you're in a leadership position, whether you're an entrepreneur. I feel like you are definitely balancing everything. You are slightly on guard because you are ready to catch something if it does fall through. So you do have your armor on under your cloak here, but you are ready. You are aware enough to tidy up any loose ends if that comes about. But yeah, you've got this full leadership energy. This is very authoritative. This is very balanced. This is very authoritative would be the best word I can come up with at the moment. But there's so much power within this. There's so much stability. There's so much grounded energy within the Emperor card here. Yeah, definitely very entrepreneurial. I definitely feel like you are leading yourself. You are leading possibly a group or a crowd of people here as well. November, you have the Six of Swords. I do tend to see the Six of Swords as travel. But this could also mean that you are changing course in some way. Like you are moving from the rough, watery, this could even be emotions, the rough, watery waters here. Watery waters? The rough waters here, moving into calmer shores. Things are smoothing out for sure. It could mean that you are moving house. Maybe you're feeling like you possibly could be leaving a relationship. Maybe you're feeling like you have built up with something. You could be working or changing jobs at work. You've built up towards something, but now you're leaving. Or now you're changing course, but you are not leaving with nothing. You have all of this responsibility, all of these ideas, all of these lessons learned, all of this, not so much new ideas, but all of the knowledge that is so valuable. You just carry that knowledge with you, and that's not so much in the materialistic world, but you've got so much more mentally that, all of the lessons you've learned, everything spiritually, how to handle everything, you're definitely taking with you. So these are definitely lessons, they're definitely frames of mind, and it could be new tactics or new ways of dealing with things that you have learned, and you're moving on with that newfound wisdom. And closing your year of December with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups I love to see as like a very dreamy card. The Page of Cups is a very playful character. The fact that I see a lot of Pisces, but also you are Scorpio and you are a water sign as well. So I definitely feel like this is dreams, this is hopes, this is some sort of fulfillment in terms of the dreams that you have reached or what it is that you want to do next. I feel like there's a lot of forward thinking, there's a lot of dreams and aspirations. I find the Page of Cups very romantic, but also yeah, very playful. And also because you've got the sandpiper spirit to be playful as well. I feel like this is an energy reminder is to not take things so seriously, because you definitely have an amazing year ahead. There's a lot of growth, there's a lot of potential, but this can turn very serious at any point, especially if you are feeling a bit tired and burnt out. So definitely invite that playful energy in. Dream, you know, if there's any romance for you as well this month especially, you know, live into that a little bit. Just remember that you are human and you can treat yourself in that way as well. It doesn't have to all be business and growth, and obviously you're still having that growth within the romance, but you are still human. You do need to look after yourself emotionally as well. Right, so beautiful layout, beautiful spread so far. So Scorpio, let's dig into your clarification. I am just going to take this moment whilst I am shuffling the cards. If you could like, share, subscribe, or follow the video, I would super appreciate that. Thank you so much for being with me. My name is Carmen and I do personal readings. So if you'd like a personal reading, please reach out to me. I will leave my information in the description box down below. And with that said, Scorpio, I just want to do another shuffle. All right. Perfect. Just going to split the deck. Perfect. All right, so Scorpio, let's dive into your January with the Wheel of Fortune. So what does the Wheel of Fortune represent? We've got temperance, you've got that balance. So definitely with your Wheel of Fortune, whether this is the end of a cycle, beginning of something new, there's going to need some balance. You've also got the Three of Swords. There is healing to be done here, or there is healing currently taking place. Now I definitely feel like this could be the, not so much end of the cycle, but this is something that is learning or has been learnt, and you are continuing this process. You have put so much work and energy into this, and maybe there has been some trigger points for you, or maybe some things are going to come up that you behave and you realize how much better you now are because you put that time and energy in. Temperance represents a flow. It's a flow of energy, it's a flow of moods, in emotion, in just creating that consistency. And I really feel that there is a magical element with temperance as well. There's such grace and dignity, and you are definitely handling this healing with that grace and dignity, and you are sticking to what it is that you have learned. So definitely continue this. I think this is a realization of how far you have come. So whether, I don't know, maybe there's been parents that have triggered you, especially around the holiday season in 2025. Maybe there's been, obviously, sometimes, you know, it's not for everybody, but being around family is quite difficult. Maybe there's been some instances that have not been so kind, but you realize the progress that you have made when January comes for you. So very well done, Scorpio, for keeping and maintaining that balance. I think that's super important. And I hope you realize like how far you have come with that as well. All right, so February, Ace of Pentacles. What does the Ace of Pentacles represent, please? You have the Sun. I love that this has come up for you, especially after your January and your Wheel of Fortune and your healing. So this is pure joy. This is a fulfillment in every way. This is wealth. This is growth. This is pure happiness. You do have the Seven of Wands as well. This is something absolutely worth protecting. This is something that means so much to you. This is something that brings you so much joy. This is something that really lights you up. This could be work, this could be family, this could be a business adventure, this could be you joining somebody with, you know, maybe you're going into business with somebody. This is something that really does light you up. You do have the Seven of Wands as well, so you are feeling very protective of this, which is totally understandable considering the happiness and joy that you are feeling. You might be keeping this quiet, you might be keeping this secret in order for you to proceed and to keep this protected so nobody can take that away from you. I am not arguing against that for any reason, I think that is perfectly logical if that is the case for you. Maybe you're just willing to celebrate when everything falls into place completely, but really follow this dream, follow this path. I think there's so much potential for you. And yeah, keep it protected as you feel. You don't have to feel defensive from what this card is representing. But yeah, it's definitely worth, I've just gone very high pitched in my left ear. Thank you guys. So yeah, it's definitely something worth protecting, and however that means for you, this is so close to heart, this is so happy and pure for you, and I wish you all the best with this, honestly. It's absolutely amazing. February, you have the Ace of Cups. So I love that you've got so much brightness, so much newness here. All right, what does the Ace of Cups represent for Scorpio, please? We have the Six of Pentacles. And another card, please. The Hermit. All right, let's dig into this a little bit. I'm just going to give these cards a shuffle as well. Okay, so Ace of Cups is emotional fulfillment. Six of Pentacles would represent an equal give and take. Or, you know, spending the equal time and energy in, and you've got the Hermit as in terms of retrospection or introspection. What am I reading from these? So I definitely think there's some sort of celebration, or with your emotional fulfillment, you are wanting to learn and share what it is that you are realizing at the moment, what it is that you are, whether it's realizing, whether it's learning. I feel like there's more information. I feel like there's some information. Maybe there's something on your journey that you want to share in terms of emotional healing. Whether this is a new a business adventure that you'd like to share. I got a blocked nostril, just that one. I'm feeling, yeah, I'm just feeling a lot of joy, a lot of wanting to share that with you, but I've also got the Hermit as well. So I feel like there's something you definitely want to keep close to heart. The reason I'm saying that, because the Hermit does represent introspection, but it's something like taking that wisdom deeper, or understanding and digesting that wisdom independently before letting that come out to the others, or, you know, before letting that light shine to others. So I feel like this is a process that you'd like to go through alone at the moment. There's a want to learn and share, but I also feel like this could represent more balance here. I feel like this balance with the Pentacles, and I'm also looking at the coins here, the corn. So where this feeds us and allows us to grow, I feel like emotionally you are processing and digesting that as such, and you're taking that into introspection. So it's not something that you want to share outwardly at the moment, although you'd love to, but you really want to kind of get those facts and yourself more on board with that before you let the outside world know, which is really what I'm feeling. That I hope that makes sense to you, as I'm intending. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Part of my charm, should I say, is that I do tend to speak a bit Yoda, speak a bit backwards. For April, you have the Fool. So you are definitely starting a new adventure. A new adventure. Okay, what does the Fool represent for Scorpio, please? We have the Three of Pentacles. I'm feeling like there's a new friendship group. There is a community you are joining. There is somewhere, you know, you could be joining a new class. There's something that you are joining that has other people, maybe like-minded people, and justice. Maybe there's like-minded people. There's people who share the same ideas and wisdom as you do. There's a celebration here as well with the Three of Pentacles. This could also probably represent a new business adventure, because you have justice here as well. There could be something contractual. So whether this is a new business adventure, you know, you could have justice here. Justice for me usually represents, yeah, something kind of legal matters. So it can be contracts, it could be the courts of law, it could be anything to do with, like, it could be like a policing, you know, something that is authoritative in that retrospect. But also you have the Fool and the Three of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like maybe you are jumping into something new with a group of people who are like-minded, who have the same ideas and wants and needs for that matter. But I also feel like there's some sort of contractual work here. So this is why I'm kind of leaning more towards business at this moment, but this could represent anything that this makes sense to you. So definitely very exciting. Please read the fine print, which would be the message that I would let you know. Just make sure you read the fine print, or make sure that you are looked after as well, and that it is equal and it is fair, not one person is getting more than the other. The 10 of Wands. So May, why is the 10 of Wands showing here for Scorpio? You've got the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords. Maybe there's a change of heart in something, and also the Hanged Man, and that does represent like an introspection, no, more of like a enlightenment, a new idea, a change of mind, or needing a new perspective. Okay, so I'm feeling like maybe there's some sort of change of heart here. You are feeling a bit tied down, you feel a bit overburdened, maybe there's something that's feeling a bit too much for you now. You are coming up with a choice, or maybe there's a choice represented for you. How can I better my situation? This is the choice in order to better your situation. But I also think that there's an epiphany moment coming for you. There is an idea, there's a way to make things work, and maybe it's not in the most conventional way. But there is something lurking behind the curtain that you actually have another way. It's not something that, yeah, like I said, it's not the most conventional way of being able to deal and balance with everything. But there's the options definitely there. For example, you know, something's coming to my mind at the moment. Maybe there is, maybe you need a babysitter or childcare. Maybe there is a neighbor who has a teenager that's very responsible, that's able to look after your children, instead of you hiring a full-time nanny or you know, a live-in nanny, something along the lines of that. It doesn't even have to be, it could be more unconventional than that, but that's just an idea that has come to my mind for the moment. So there's definitely a way to work around this. You do not have to feel all of the heaviness and all of the burdens. I feel like maybe this is just a passing comment from someone in the supermarket, or maybe you overhear a conversation in the supermarket, and this gives you the idea, this gives you the epiphany moment. Are we on June now? Yes, June, you have the Star. Okay, so what does the Star represent for Scorpio, please? We have 10 of Cups. Beautiful. I love that this has come up for you. This, I would class this as emotional fulfillment. This is pure joy and happiness. And you have the Fool, round 2. You have been here before. So yeah, this deck, oh, actually, yeah. So we've got a Fool 2.0 in this deck, which I absolutely love as well. So we've got the Star. I did mention that this is reaching hopes and dreams, or you are bringing something into existence, or you know, having this loving or admiring idea. There's something very spiritual. There could be something, or dreams or messages coming to you through your dreams or messages, or your ideas, basically. You've got the 10 of Cups. I do see this as emotional fulfillment. You also have the support around you. You have you know, universal support, there's family support, there's generational support around you. This is ideas from older people, younger people. There's really tying all of this together, and you have this, the Fool 2.0. I feel like maybe you've kind of been in this sort of position before, but maybe it hasn't felt this good, and you are ready to take that leap. You are ready to take that plunge, because you've already got this wisdom, you've already got this idea, you've already have this plan. that's been on your mind for years at this point, and you are ready to take that leap. So very exciting. I also see this as protection on the other side as well. You've got this beautiful feather following you. Definitely keep an eye out for any synchronicities during this time, whether this is angel numbers for you, whether this is feathers, anything, maybe there's pennies on the sidewalk, black hats. If there's any sort of superstition or messages from the other side, definitely keeping a lookout though there. If there's anything meaningful to you, maybe you're seeing a butterfly in the most random places, definitely keep a lookout, because that's really the message I'm getting here. You have the full support, but ultimately your mind is in this idea that you can do this, and this is a wonderful time for you to do this, and that's really what does matter. July, you have the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is a card of rest and recuperation. I mentioned that this is for you to slow down a little bit, but you have the Star as well. So this is 2 months in a row that you've got the Star. This is definitely forming your hopes and dreams. Can we have another card, please, to represent the Four of Swords? And we have the Queen of Cups. Definitely, I am feeling like definitely keep progress, keep working on your hopes and dreams. Even if you are still dreaming at this point, you are making this happen in real life, in your waking life. You are receiving a lot of messages. There is blessings here. There is people at the back here just being blessed within the stained glass window. Follow your north lights. You did have the Hermit earlier. Now this light of the Hermit is in the hands of the Star here. That introspection, that self-healing is all within here, and you are able to make that happen. You are in the position mentally, soulfully, physically to be able to proceed and carry on with what it is that you want. Yes, you may need to slow down because you do not want to stay in a burnout phase, but definitely keep on taking those steps to take the steps that it is that you need to fulfill those dreams. You also have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is a very nurturing, stable, emotionally fulfilled queen. Very authoritative in that respect as well, but also I feel like you are nurturing yourself on this process. So you're really taking that healing on board, taking this ideas that you have and still progressing with that, and that really does matter. You are staying emotionally and strategically on board with this, and just making sure that you're not dampening yourself in the process. I think this is August. You have the Two of Swords. So you've had the Two of Swords twice. This is another moment of choice here. Let's see what the Two of Swords represents for you here. We have the Five of Swords. You are worried about something. You are worried about the choice that you were making or the delay. Another card, please. And you have the Three of Cups. There is also a lot of celebration. This could, I'm just going to say what I feel. This could mean the Three of Pentacles here. I feel like there's a slight worry about maybe the people that you are with. Definitely stay true and honest to yourself throughout the process. This is just what's coming into mind. This is the kind of connection that I'm making at the moment. Now, Three of Cups is a card of celebration, but also because you have the Three of Pentacles, and I feel like there's a new opportunity here and it's contractual. I'm feeling like you are slightly worried now about the choices that you have made. Like there is some sort of combative element with that. Maybe there is, I feel like there's some sort of miscommunication at this point, or maybe you have different ideas that are kind of clashing. Not so much like how do I get out of this, but there's an element like how do I pull away slightly, and maybe there's too much on your shoulders and not other people, and the other people are not quite pulling their weight. But I feel like there's some sort of concern with the people around you, but I feel that this is more due to your adventure from April here. This is just a connection I'm making. This might mean something completely different to you at this time of your life. I definitely feel there's some sort of miscommunication. I would try and clarify this before making any harsh choices or decisions. Just try to clarify this, try to be understanding and patient, whatever this clash is. But I feel like this could be with a group of close people, this could be friends, this could be family as well. It could be leading from you feeling a bit burnt out and maybe you're a bit sensitive at this point. So definitely try to clarify if there is any miscommunication or any misunderstandings before making any hasty decisions. But try to look after yourself in order for you to get the clearest insight into that. September, you have strength. Like I said, you have the strength to carry on. What does strength represent, please? We have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is an idea or a new world, or trying to go through another door, or maybe realizing there's another door, another opportunity open that you're not quite seeing yet, specifically for this deck. And you have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there is I feel like things are getting a little bit heavy for you. Not to say that it cannot change, but I feel like you are a little stuck. I class this card as like the mental cage. Now these are your worries and your fears and your logic kind of getting in your way. Now I feel like there has been some kind of lingering elements. You've got such a positive year, but obviously not everything is always 5-star all of the time. There's always going to be waves and times that you need to realize that although everything is good, nothing can always feel as good all of the time. So there's always going to be some hurdles. And possibly within all of this goodness, within all of this amazing stuff that's happening, you feel like, okay, what's going to happen next? There's going to be something that's going to happen to bring down this good energy and this good feeling. And this could be all that this card represents is, okay, what's going to happen? How do I prevent this from happening? And this could be leading into your worries here. So this is what I class as the mental cage. Try not to let yourself get into this funk, basically, is how I would represent this month for you. You definitely have the strength to carry on and to move forward and to tame the beast, or to tame the lion within you or around you if there's somebody that's a little bit hot-headed around you. And you've got the Two of Wands. I really feel that this card in this deck represents like wanting to leave, wanting a new adventure, needing to start a new life. I feel like you're feeling a bit stuck, a bit stagnant, but I also feel like that's because of your Ace of Swords here. You're dreaming of another world at this moment to escape, but you have the ability to handle this and to change your situation as it is just by being open, brave, being calm in the situation, and just honestly just speaking your truth at this point. Say what it is that you feel, and that is releasing your mental cage. Try not to hide behind this mask. Be fully unapologetically yourself, and just definitely have that strength to speak your truth, because that's ultimately how you stay within your healing process. Don't overthink it. The people who love you will understand. Try not to overthink, addressing a situation. Right, so we've got September, we've got the Emperor. No, October, sorry. Yeah, October, we've got the Emperor. What represents October, please? We have the Chariot. Oh my goodness. The reason I'm amazed by this is because you have the Emperor and the Chariot. So you are in your full, I'm going to say granddaddy for the Emperor. You're in your full authoritative leadership phase. You have the Chariot. You have, oh my goodness, you've got that Hierophant as well. My goodness. You've got all major arcana cards here. Like, this is such a big month for you. You are in your full leadership, authoritative energy. You are stable. You are able to catch anything that falls or anything that slips through the cracks. You are able to rectify. But you are so aware of everything around you that this is how you are in this position, and you're able to allow that to happen. You've got the Chariot. The Chariot represents pulling yourself through, pulling yourself forwards, and being that leader, bringing yourself through. It could also mean moving. You could be moving from this little village here. Could be changing direction, moving on to something new, something bigger, something better. And you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant would represent like a materialistic, more of an authoritative figure, but in the terms of wisdom and knowledge. So I feel that it could even be this healing or this business adventure or this progress that you have made. You are willing to teach other people with that. I definitely think that people are looking up to you at this moment. You know, people around you. Maybe you're creating a blog. Maybe you're kind of gaining attention from that. But you're definitely in a position where either you are able to teach, is what I'm feeling here, but you're willing to share what it is that you're going through, what it is you've been through, in order to heal yourself, but also to allow others to heal as well, is really what I'm feeling here. You've got so much green, so much heart chakra energy here. Like, this is very deeply emotional for you and very healing. This is a big month for you, Scorpio. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at the numbers to see if there's any. I thought it said 4, 5, 6, but you've got 4, 5, and 7. Not that that means anything much, but that's why I was checking into it. I also am noticing that, you know, the keys on the Hierophant's necklace here in this deck, you're definitely unlocking something. And whether this is, you know, this balance, this is a little topper or little turner, however you say it. You know, like the one on Inception, where they keep spinning. So yeah, I definitely feel like maybe you're unlocking a level of yourself at this point through your experience. Alright, so 6 of Swords. Could you represent 6 of Swords, please? We have the 8 of Wands. There's some new news coming in for you. This could be a letter. This could be, I don't know, whether you're graduating. This could be, you know, something along the lines of, this could be social media. This is a new energy. This is a new message coming in quickly. Let's have another card, please. Just going to shuffle the deck. Alright, so 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, 8 of Wands for Scorpio. Could we have another card to represent that, please? What does this represent for Scorpio? And we have the Page of Pentacles. Alright, let's dig into this. So yeah, like I said, I definitely feel like you're making a move. This could be emotionally, this is wisdom. This is probably, you know, whether you're changing position at work, but I feel like this is definitely a new adventure for you. You've got the Page of Pentacles here as well. There is something enlightening, there is something that's taking your eye, there is something that's pulling your wonder and your gaze and allowing you to dream again. And the 8 of Wands. So I feel like this is a new opportunity for you to shine. This is a new opportunity. It can be quite unexpected, but this is definitely taking your enthusiasm, and you are feeling very enthusiastic. That's not the word. Enthusiastic. You're feeling very enthusiastic by this new offer, this new position. This could be in work. This could be at home. This could be in business. This could be if you are an entrepreneur. This could be working with somebody else. There's a new position coming in for you that you are really keen to look into. So I think that's very, very promising. All right, and the last month, so December, Page of Cups. How does the end of year for December represent Page of Cups? We've got the King of Pentacles. Wow, King of Pentacles. I feel like this is very godlike, very godly. King of Pentacles is very ambitious, but very stable, and there's a lot of grounded energy here, and also still very authoritative. And you have the Queen of Swords. You're in your bad bitch era, bad bitch phase. You've also got the 4 of Swords at the bottom of the pile. This just showed itself to me, which I don't usually do, but I felt like this is a message as well. So there's a lot of newness for you coming in again towards the end of the year. So you've gone through a lot of new things, staying on top with everything. This is a lot of excitement, but also this is a lot, and is a lot over, you know, quite a long time, maybe like 4 or 5 months. Then the energy changes a little bit. But that's not to say it's bad or anything. It's just that there's a slight change and shift in energy, and then this is building back up to something new, very stable. I think there has been some kind of maybe misunderstandings. You got 5 of Swords. Maybe there's two of Swords cards as well. There's been some kind of questioning energy here for you, but I definitely feel like this is all figured out. You are dipping back into authority and stability, but with your own wisdom, with your own clarity, with your own energy, and you are finding something that suits you and you only. This is something that's working for you. This is something towards your dreams. You are a step closer by the end of the year, which is very, very exciting. You're very authoritative. I feel like all of these lessons you have learned throughout the year, you are definitely putting those into place, and they are staying, and it's something that's working out the better for you. And I feel that you realize that you have the strength to do this. Whether you feel like you're on your own sometimes, you definitely have the ability and the strength to do this. So I think that's super powerful. A very positive way for you to finish your year ahead, Scorpio. I am very excited. I would love if you could like, share or comment on, yeah, and just see, you know, even if you come back to the video a year later and just, yeah, give some insight into what maybe any of these months represented for you. Okay, so I'm just going to close the reading. We've got some 3 kind of words for you just to close the year. So if there's like anything that can, yeah, just keep in your mind, be mindful about. Okay, last one. Last shuffle. Okay, so 3 keywords for 2026 for Scorpio, please. We've got sacred sexuality. Sacred sexuality. So definitely work into your dreams, your power. Let me just grab the holder there. I'll try and put these into position, into view. Okay, so you've got sacred sexuality. Okay, another one for Scorpio, please. Get curious. I think this is very powerful. The get curious definitely ties into with your be playful. Okay, and last one for Scorpio, please. Connect to heart. Beautiful. So I think this is, you know, like I said, very healing. You are definitely sticking with things that you are learning and realizing is for your better self. Wow. Your sacred sexuality just jumped. So there's a lot of emphasis around that for you this year. Connect to heart. I really love that this card is represented by 2 dogs as well. So there's a loyalty there. A loyalty to yourself. Get connected. I really feel that, especially coming into the months where you have the 4 of Swords, just to quieten everything around you, really take that rest and recuperation to be able to listen in to yourself, to your higher self, to the messages around you. Get connected to heart. Very healing. Get curious. So be playful, get curious, question everything, or, you know, just be curious about those things. Even if someone says like, oh yeah, this is how it is. It's like, why is it how it is? Why are you saying that? Why do you want things in this way? Just be curious. You could learn something new. And sacred sexuality. I definitely think this is also tying in with the be playful. Be playful. Sacred sexuality, you know, this could be about your sexuality, but this could also be you tuning into your essence, you know, embody who you are, discover, be playful, learn who you are. And this also is very healing. So I hope this is beneficial for you. So thank you so much, Scorpio, for being with me. I super appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon for another reading. Thank you, Scorpio.